All right. Hello, hello, hello. We're coming in for a Friday night check-in. Coming in for a Friday night check-in. All right. All right, Spirit. What we going to talk about for this Friday night? No, ancestors. What we going to talk about for this Friday night check-in? We're going to talk about a player. What else we talking about for this Friday night check-in? Peace. All right. We got a yes or a no. It says the act of love. We're going to talk about purpose. Arcana. However you pronounce it. I'm going to go back over with this one. Arcana. And that's it. So we got a player. And following the player, we had the piece. So it could be a player, okay, that's having some type of piece about something. All right. And then from there, we had the yes or no. So it's something about yes or no. Then from there, we went with the purpose and the arcana. All right. So I can really see this as being potentially two individuals. Okay, one could be a player, maybe changing up something about their life, gathering some peace. The yes or no, that's something else, but it's going to be something based on an act of love. And then we have purpose and we have arcana. And we know that arcana is something kind of more on the spiritual side, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see real quick. Real tight. Real cool. Sorry about that. Real quick. Okay. It refers to mysteries, deep secrets, or specialized knowledge that is known or accessible only to a select few. So that's somebody's purpose or a part of their purpose, okay, like a messenger. I will say so much of that. Okay, it talks about the secrets of the hidden things. Okay, so let's go to this deck next. All right. So since we're talking about something for a question of a yes or a no, that's supposed to be based on an act of love, we're going to use these two decks. All right. And we're not going to misinterpret it and take love out of contents either. Okay. Because I'm just seeing that as it is. And I'm going to take this message as it is, okay? Because the word even say that what? Love thy neighbors as we love ourselves, right? We didn't take that out of context. Don't take the message out of context, okay? All right. Now, let's talk a little bit more about what we see here, Spirit. Okay, the first card we got. Let your friends help you. So somebody may need to let your friends help you. It says ask for and accept support from others. Okay. So while somebody could be kind of reshifting their life, Ask your friends for help, okay, and support, okay. If you are a player and you're now at the point where you kind of want to make that change to bring peace into your life, because when you think of a player, you think of a player being like what, a busy person, right? And when you have peace, you're a little bit more settled, right? So it's like a transition here, okay? So you may be at that point where you're ready for that change. But yet and still, a lot of times when you're trying to change certain things, that was when the past things would keep on trying to pull you back, right? Okay? So if you're kind of having some trouble and you're struggling a little bit, okay, with this going into the weekend, if you feel like, you was on Friday nights, right by this time of night, you've been getting yourself geared up and ready to head out. But now you trying to have you a little peace time. If you having a little time, chop it up with some friends or something if you need to. Okay, if it get a little too overload and overbearing for you yourself to kind of work it out, some said just go take a nice shower. Okay, don't have it too warm to make you comfortable. Have it just a little cool to make you a little uncomfortable. And it is going to shift that for you anyway. Okay. It says this could be the one. All right. You already met the romantic partner you seek. So maybe that's why you're trying to bring peace. Because maybe you have met somebody, okay? You met somebody that's kind of on your level, kind of make you want to get rid of your player ways. Don't feel like you want to go out like you want to go out, chill out or whatever. If you feel like that's the one for you, okay? Spirit say this could be the one for you. Who knows? We got a yes or no, and it says an act of love. But we're going to come and really finalize what this yes or no is really all about. But now let's go to the second deck. All right, we got universe. Universe. And it says the universe is guiding you to that special person. Allow everything to take a natural course. Look at that. I'm talking to somebody. I don't know who. Because these cards are following very good alignment for me to not know what we was going to be talking about. And I had already pulled these cards even before I pulled it. So take heed and listen to the Most High, daughter. All right, we got, look at that, yin and yang. All right, it says like the yin yang symbol, twin flame contains an aspect of each other's character with themselves. Now me, I'm not into a lot of that twin flame stuff, okay? I'm not into the twin flame stuff because simple fat reason. I personally don't think it's no such thing as a twin flame. Like this card just said, listen at what the universe say. It says the universe is guiding you to what? That special person. The universe is doing it. Okay? It says allow everything to take its what? Natural course. Okay? Natural course. Because when I think of the twins, this here, it tells me love spells could be a part of something. But spirit say what? Natural. Because the universe is working it out for you. Put your hand out of it. All right? Go take that shower like spirit said. All right? So if that's what you might have to call your friends for, don't call your friends to help you do no trickery. Let it come natural. Okay? All right? You look at that. And then look what they gonna say. It says, notice everything remarkable about your relationship. Why? Because you allow the universe to do it for you. Okay, so it made me feel like you may, I don't know what side is going on, but you may be a person that kind of believed in doing that, trying to do that love spell, that woo woo woo. I don't know how you were doing it through voice, trying to mesmerize them with your looks, or it was something you was doing. But Spirit say don't do that. Let it flow natural. Let the universe work for you. Okay? And then you're going to notice what? Everything is remarkable. And then it says about your relationships. Okay? All right? And then we have here bond. Look at that. It says a love bond grows stronger over time. That's right. You got to give it time. All right? Can't rush into things. Okay? Get to know one another naturally. Okay? All right? Anything else here? I'm talking to somebody. And look at that. Building trust. Okay? Working on building trust. It says you need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. So you're gonna have to have some trust. Now you might be a person that done been hurt. Okay, you might have who haven't been hurt. I think just about everybody can say they have experienced some hurt, whether it was in the kid stage, in the youth stage, the teenage stage, the young adult stage, the older mid adult stage. Somebody done experienced some type of trust issues, okay, or some hurt. All right, but you can't carry all that into your new either, right? That's why it's good to take your time, let things kind of flow naturally. Work on that bond first, getting to know one another, and then you gotta look at that. Now this here is the only type of twin flame I would see, because that let me know spirit is in the midst. All right, I don't look at the yin yang, but this right here, this allow what comes when you allow what spirit to intervene. All right. It says 1111 is an important number for what? Twin flames. Now, it ain't saying that it's coming through twin flame. Twin flame because what? Because it's the person that spirit by the universe put you with. Okay? It's a difference. And then it says it symbolizes the harmony, okay, and balance, right? Because in order for you to have harmony and balance, it's got to be done naturally. You can't fake harmony and you can't fake balance. Because if it's not harmonized and it's not balanced, okay, that's something you ain't gonna be able to fake. Okay? That lust, you can fake that. That's where the yin and yang, in my opinion, is coming from. But you can't fake harmony and balance. Either you're going to be in harmony and balance or you're not. Because something's going to show where you out of alignment at. Eventually. You see what I'm saying? All right. And it says, and what? Soul's companionship. Y'all see what I'm saying? Soul companionship. And you get to that state, what? During that bond. From the bond, you're getting that trust. You're getting from that trust, okay, now you kind of like on a soul level, okay, elevate, spiritually, enlightened, growing, naturally, okay. So that's all we have for that. So Overall, we're going to get a final. Because we had this yes and no, and it says an act of love. Actually, we're going to go back to the same deck. The same deck we started with. Now, this deck is a little thick, but we're going to utilize this for our closing. So, this was somebody. I don't know who, but it was for somebody. And I hope you take heed to what Spirit is saying to you, okay? All right. So, tell me more. I'm actually going to take this one. First card we got is act of love, and you have what? Objectivity. Objectivity. And then we got another act of love, and it says self-preservation. Objectivity and self-preservation. All right. Let's see. I want to know. I want to look at this. Okay. Is a state or quality of being true, factual, and unbiased. It means basing judgment and representation on observational, observable evidence rather than personal feelings, prejudice, or interpretations. Okay. And then we just saw the what? Self-preservation. So, and now with the self-preservation, I more so there's so many ways I can see this. I can see this as with the judgmental a little bit. But the self-preservation is more so kind of tell me we all have to look at ourselves first. It starts with ourselves. Okay. We ain't perfect. All right. We got flaws. People have flaws, right? And know this person ain't perfect. They used to be a player, but now they ready to chill out, right? Because apparently it must be somebody they looking at or got an eye for or something there. Now, okay, you've been hurt before. I believe you have. Yeah, you've been hurt before. And then we see something about something like that. So, yeah, you've been hurt before. I thought I thought it was something come out here like that. But, yeah, you've been hurt before. And you can't... And you can't look at it. You can't think everybody's like whatever you haven't experienced. Okay, everybody not the same. Okay, we're not the same. We might can relate, but we ain't. People are not the same. Okay. And then you got a sovereign. Okay. That's can be kind of like somebody that's experienced mother figure or something like that. Um, and then you got a snake here. All right. So maybe somebody had been kind of on that side in your life. You thought they was more on the sovereign. Because when you see a sovereign, you won't see no wrong in this person. When they caring, you wouldn't think these people would do anything to hurt you, or you couldn't trust them, right? But then they could be, you know. That's why you have to take time. And then again, things need to be natural as well. All right? And not only be natural, you're going to have to bond. You're going to have to learn how to trust. Okay? Let it flow naturally. By doing it that way, I think you have a better chance of really seeing what you're really, really linking up with. And then you got active love. Look at that. Forgiveness and faith. That's why I say you can't hold all that and carry that until you got to forgive that person, move on. Have faith that what? The universe say what? You get out the way and let us handle this. Okay. All right. Now, like I say, if you have to let your friends help you, if it's in an upright way, cool. But if it's on some funny business, don't call them friends. All right. Look at that. Time for you to disconnect. Forgive, have faith, and disconnect. Because if you still going to play in that playground, it don't make no sense of you thinking anything gonna really move forward, because if spirit is in the midst of something, spirit gonna do his job. But spirit ain't gonna do his job if you still got something else lingering. You see what I'm saying? They kind of like have you to the point where they have you go off to yourself. That's why that peace there. Me personally, that peace ain't working on your uh on your own. You got spiritual helpers putting you in that place of peace. Okay? And then you got a backstory. It's a backstory to something. And then, look at that. Could be a backstory about your ancestors. It's a backstory. All right. Ancestors could be the ones that working with the universe. Who knows? All right. So, I don't know who this message was for, but I hope it can help you. Okay. Let the universe work for you. Okay. And enjoy this weekend. It get too bad for you. It's plenty. I'm pretty sure it's plenty of things you could do to keep busy. Time moves so fast now. You know, going to the park or something, it helps. Listening to some good vibe music, it helps. Sit outside, it helps. But we know mosquitoes and things are out now, though. But it's a lot of things that could be done. All right, a lot of things that will keep you still in a place of peace. Okay, it'll still keep you in a place of peace. All right. So all in all, I feel like that was on a personal level. But good luck to whoever you are. Wish you the best. Talk to you later.